Continuing the musical vibe.
Yeah.
Did you know that Jodeci's album Forever My Lady is 33 years old today?
I was only 30 years.
I was listening to K-pop.
33 years old today.
Bad Man album.
33.
Wow.
Well, that was a slow jam album, but Bad Man album.
33 years old. And then when and if you think about it now, if you now roll on, so that would mean that their Diary of a Mad Band album, which is probably people view that as their best album, that's got to be nearly touching 30 years. That in itself is mad.
You know the crazy thing is, I couldn't tell you that I've listened to any of the albums you've just mentioned all the way through. I might know 1 or 2 songs.
Yeah, I had the records, to be fair.
You're moving mad.
The records.
Yeah,
I had the tapes though, no, can't lie.
I had the records.
I had the tapes, then I had the CD.
He got the CD. He got the CDs.
Nah, man.
They had signed albums.
Mixing days.
But it brought me
The mix is good for garage.
If you think about how quickly that time has flown by, when you think about I had to think to myself, okay, what other songs are touching 30 years old? TLC Creep is 30 years old this year.
Oh, wow.
Aaliyah Back and Forth is 30 years old this year.
I saw quite a few posts about that sort of stuff.
Snoop Dogg's debut album, Doggy Style, 30 years old this year. When you think about it, and if you think about how quickly that time has flown, the music that's out now, what would we say would be lasting that length of time?
There's nothing.
30 years time.
Nothing
At all. You don't think there's any
Music or albums?
Music, albums, singer.
There's a difference in what you're saying.
I'm going in whatever direction you want to go in.
Because there are certain tunes that will last the test. It will last the test of time.
What ones?
I mean, I'm just going to use the most current one in the rap game, like us, like that team. They're not like us. That will last
I don't know.
a lot longer. It will.
Do you think it will last like Aoife?
Ooh, it will last. It will definitely last. Not like
I don't think so.
It will last.
You know what? I think it will. I think
it will last.
I think They Not Like Us is the
It's like an
modern
anthem.
day Aoife.
Yes, it's an
the
anthem.
modern day Aoife.
So people like it. So I'm saying when you say songs,
and it's a party tune as
yeah.
well.
So people like little songs will work. There's loads of songs that are out there that we could probably go through and say, oh, you know what, they will last the test of time. Albums, that's where I kind of be like,
I agree with that though. I don't think there's albums that are gonna.
I can't think of
I
albums.
don't think albums sell in that way anyway now.
Yeah,
People don't release albums like
it's
that.
streaming, isn't it?
I can't think of songs. I can't think of songs that are out now that will be here in 30 years' time. Or they'll be here because music doesn't die. But that you're gonna remember like a TLC Creep, that you're gonna remember like Big Pimpin'. There's no songs that's gonna remember
certain
like
songs
that.
now, they're nothing. But them songs from back in the day, you would hear them now and still get a little goose pimple. You still get
You
a
get a
little
vibe, isn't it?
You still get a little.
But
take yourself back there. It's all them things.
But then, are you getting the goosebumps? And, no, I have to correct myself. I'm saying what he's saying. Are we getting those things because we grew up when those songs came out? So what was that song? Was it not Shoulder Lean? There was a song that came out by some UK man then where they were leaning and all them kind of thing there. What was the song called?
Gun Lean? Not Gun Lean.
Something like
Gun
that.
Lean, not Gun Lean.
So when that came out, if you were 15 when that came out, will that song last 30 years to you?
But you say this, right? There's songs from our era now that we could sit there and say we go through the Pay As You Go era, we go through the Heartless career, and the Soul Solid era. We could sit there and say, those tunes are timeless. Do you know what I mean? For us, they're timeless.
Yeah.
The younger kids are like, what? What do you mean? Like 21 seconds ago?
No, but you're saying that.
Freaking.
No damn sense.
It's true.
But the thing is, you're right. But on the same note, if they hear SWV, a TLC tune,
Right.
Even if they don't know the artist and they don't know the song, all of a sudden they're like, rah, this
Will they
tune.
say it's music?
Yeah, they're vibes into it. My daughter in particular, she wasn't around when these tunes played, but when I play them now, she's like, yeah, I know this tune, I know that tune, because they have the connection that the impact it had on us. You play it to somebody who's never heard it before, it has the same impact on them now.
So here's the dancehall now. So Frank Ocean, is he timeless?
He's got a timeless song, but I wouldn't say he's timeless.
What's the song? Novocaine.
Yeah.
You're right. But he's got an Orange album. The album's called Orange. It's timeless. But a lot of people just don't know about it. Now, you talk to people that grew up with Frank Ocean or know Frank Ocean or got brought into that Frank Ocean, it's timeless. Drake's first proper album, what was it? Take Care.
Take Care.
Yeah.
That album, you can't diss that album.
It's timeless.
Like,
There's bare songs on that one.
That's what I'm saying. But you can't. But some people will be like, yes, whatever. It's not timeless. Like, can I name songs off the album?
Yeah.
I can name the Alicia Keys one. There's Alicia Keys. It's a good album, but it's not. Is it timeless? Some people will say yes. Some people will say no.
Definitely timeless.
But
It's not an Usher album. Is it?
it's not. It's not a confession.
When you say that, what you're doing though, which is a bit unfair, I suppose, is you're relating a lot of our R&B albums and stuff like that, sing-along albums, I should say, right, are ones that you'll probably remember. When you start talking about rap albums and hip-hop albums, all right, they're a little bit harder for some people to kind of to resonate with.
Those ones from then or from now?
From now.
Yeah, from now.
I think the issue, and I say this as a DJ, the issue with music that you get right now is that there's too much of it. There's no filter.
Ooh, I don't believe
so
that.
there's no filter.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
if
I
you
agree.
think about it, if you wanted to get any songs from back in the day, you had to go to a record shop. You had to listen out as a DJ or as a whatever you may want to buy. You listen out to what you like, and if you don't like that song, you're not buying it. Now you can just download everything, and what then happens is that the good gets sort of swamped over by so much things being out there. If you look at dancehall, for example, there was a period of time when dancehall rhythms that were coming out, artists never had like about 3-4 different rhythms coming out. No, there might be 3-4 different rhythms coming out in a week. And I've got to get the pieces of that. Now you can get 3-4 different rhythms coming out in about half a day because it's so easy to make music. So the problem is now, because it's so easy, there's no filter of what is good, what isn't good. So when we're saying things may not last 33 years, it's because there was a filter system in place before where the bad music didn't get to the top. Now you can get bad music getting to the top on things like TikTok or Instagram simply from a
Algorithm.
from gone viral. So it's not even that the music is good; it's more that the song is just gone viral. That's where I think the difference is right.
I mean,
now.
I'd slightly disagree with that. I have to, bro. I just don't think to myself. I think to myself, also our tastes are different from a lot of the younger people's tastes. Do you know what I mean? People into this, the younger people into drill, for example. All right, I couldn't tell you a drill artist. I probably couldn't even tell you a drill song. I'm not into it. It's not for me. So when I started listening to some of it, I was like, right, all they talk about is stabbing and killing and da. And it's not for me. I don't like it. I don't vibe with it.
I think you. Sorry to interrupt. No, sorry. Let you finish. Sorry.
No, but it might not be, but I'm saying to you, I don't vibe. The ones that I've heard, I don't vibes with. There's a couple tunes I've heard, I'm like, oh, that's a banger. And then I'm like, okay, I can listen to that. And then one time I was probably in my brother's room and I went in there and he was listening to bare drill. And every drill song was, yeah, I'm going to stab that man, I'm going to kill that man, I'm like, but this is doing that tune was good, Now I'm just realising, why am I listening to, I'm going to kill this. I don't want to listen to this no more.
But what's the difference between that and reggae dancehall in the era when it was Bounty Killer versus Beanie Man or Cartel versus Movado? That was, I'm coming to your house and I'm going to shoot you. It's the same shit.
I'll be honest with you.
Sorry to swear, sorry. It was like £2.
Yeah, it's £1. Sure. But like, no, I'll be honest with you. It's one of the reasons why I probably came away a little bit from a lot of dancehall stuff because I started realising to myself, I don't want to hear that.
Really?
Yeah, and I'll be very honest.
I loved it.
Brother,
Not me, boy.
It just mean I had to
Not
turn it
me,
down when
boy.
my mum was around.
No. When I was younger,
That's all that was.
No,
I was
when I was
on
younger,
things.
cool, innit? Very much like, yeah, I'm into this stuff. As I got older, and one of my influences, funny enough, YouTube have probably been a lot of it, where we started to go into a lot of soca raves. And I realised to myself, in soca dances, that's not what they talk about in soca. They never talk about, I'm going to kill this man, I'm going to shoot this man. It's not about that. That's the bashment stuff. That's the drill now and the gangster stuff that you want to listen to. And I'm like, rah, this thing's about drinking, it's about enjoyment, it's about partying, it's about...
That's why Rain don't like you.
But,
No, you know what? Soca is an interesting music. Controversially, I don't think it's comparable to reggae dancehall because reggae dancehall covers the spectrum. It covers all spectrum. It covers slackness, it covers conscious, it covers badness, and it covers dancing.
And it covers love as
And
well.
love.
And
Love,
love.
love,
Yeah. Okay,
Vicious love soca.
yeah, but I don't think soca covers that.
Wrong.
But again, there is a place for soca because I respect the music because it's from the Caribbean. Anything that comes from the Caribbean, I will respect. Will I like it? No. I don't even know if I'm using the right terms. I like I think it's power soca. Is it
Yeah.
called power
Yeah.
soca?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like that stuff. That's what I like. But the
And-
beats
and
are...
there's something called dancehall soca that you
it's
like.
very bashment-y.
The
That's
beats,
like
are,
dancehall soca,
the
that's what
beats are aggressive. The bass lines are aggressive. I like that stuff. Dancehall, when you think about tremor rhythm, buzz rhythm, they are aggressive rhythms. I don't necessarily like reggae because it's too soft. But
that makes sense why you wouldn't like certain slow
Yeah,
soca songs.
maybe.
But for me, the transition for me, going back to my point, was more a case of Like, I started listening to a lot of soca songs, and I started doing it to myself. I like this, it's very uplifting.
It's a vibe.
Do you know what I mean? And then I don't mind hearing a couple badness, but I don't want to hear it all the way through. So if you're going to give me a whole badness album, I don't want to hear it. So when I've sat in my brother's room and he's now listening to a drill set, and I'm like, that tune was good, that tune was good. And I'm like, why do I feel like I need to leave here and stab someone? That's how I felt. I was like,
Right.
but
Not easily influenced, man.
No, it's not easily influenced. It's more a case of you're hearing them say constantly stabbed, killed, this. But I just got to be in the way.
I understand what he's saying.
I
I don't
understand it. I
necessarily
get it.
agree with it, but I do understand. Because, sorry, one second. When, for example, I'm driving, if I'm listening to Bashman, hard, bad man Bashman, my back is not touching the back of the seat. And you know what that means. That means I'm winging. Whenever I'm sitting up like this, I'm moving through traffic. So it does affect your emotion, but that's what music does, isn't it? When I'm listening to soca and I'm listening to two Walk and Wine and them thing there and walking, I'm good.
You see what I mean?
Do you drive slow then when you're listening to the Walk and Wine?
No.
Not necessarily slow.
He still sits up.
But you're
still sits up.
No, what it is you're chilled. It's like when he said that, all right, so for example, I can use a different one. It's more garage and stuff like that or house. And you listen to house, I feel like I'm like, doo, doo, and I'm like, yeah, let's go. All right? And if you now put on slow jam, I'm more like, I'm not going to be winging through slow jams. I'm probably like, yeah, just a bit chill. And I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah, fall asleep.
Cool. No, but I'm just chilling now. my vibe's different. You get what I'm saying?
No, music does
Affect your emotion or your feeling or your...
there was a I can't remember who the psychologist was, but they were saying that music does affect your mind, and they were saying that stuff like R&B, slow jams, certain opera songs, it puts you in a state where you just think negatively. Because of the like, you got to think, and I'm talking about the R&B songs of some of the 80s and 90s ones. They're depressing. You've lost someone.
I just lost my girl.
The shirt comes up. You know what I mean? It's depressing. Now, on the flip side, I don't know if anyone knows an artist called Skinny Man. He's a white rapper. Yep. So I interviewed him once, and he said, because he made a comment. He said all music comes from African music. African music. And I said, how? So then he started to break it down. So I said, Britney Spears. And he said, the bass line pattern or the drum pattern of a song that she made comes from this particular drum, which comes from this region. Now, these musics, and I've spoken about this before, work on different frequencies. And the frequencies of opera, reggae dancehall, jungle, because it was influenced by dancehall. I think soca, but I think it's the old school soca. You're talking about like calypso. They're on a frequency which make you happy. Reggae dancehall, when it was dum 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 dum, that makes you happy. The stuff that you got now is gonna tell you it's making you feel, I'm depressed, I'm gonna kill someone, I'm gonna take drugs, I'm gonna bleach my skin. But no, that's what it is. The music.
That's a bleach skin.
No, it's true though. Like, remember in dancehall, bleaching was a no-no. Remember the last biggest thing that came out was Cartel said to Movado, it's like, I'm not washing my face with the cake soap. Yeah. But then Cartel, what happened? So he listened to his own song and thought, right, let me try a thing. And then boom,
is it not Alkaline? It's what's his name?
Who?
Is it Sparta? What's his name?
Tommy
Lee.
Tommy Lee.
Who's pale as hell
Tommy
with black
Lee,
eyes and all them.
all of them. They're
crazy.
all right. But music's it's a mad thing. Like, imagine life without music. Where would we be?
Yeah, that's not even...
Music controls emotion, innit?
For me, that's inconceivable.
Yeah, Bun Heidi Bless Joseph says, yeah, but sometimes you don't even have to hear the lyrics. It's the vibrations in the music that can affect your mood or temperament.
Yeah, man.
So again, another thing. So I used to be on a radio station doing XYZ, and they used to have a rave for deaf people.
Yes.
So it's and what it is, I don't do sign language, but the guy was able to talk to me, and I said, how? And my ignorance, I'm like, you got, in the nicest possible way, like, how you're not hearing the music? And he's saying, I don't need to hear the music. I can tell you the songs from when you're mixing it just by the vibrations. And vibrations are frequency. Frequencies affect the body. Frequencies affect your mood. Color is vibration. Vibration is sound. So it's
Dr. Rain in the building.
Yeah.